Allegedly, many guys, the rapture is happening today. Well, at least this is what hundreds of people on TikTok are saying, that the rapture is happening on the 23rd of September or the 24th. We weren't supposed to know the date, but all these experts are coming out and going viral saying that today's the day the rapture is happening. Something outside of ourselves is coming to save us. But what's interesting about this date is there's a lot of predictive programming around September 23rd. In the Big Bang Theory, an asteroid is expected to strike on September 23rd. In the movie Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, an asteroid is expected to strike, or it does strike, on September 23rd. Julia, a meteor strikes on September 23rd. In the movie Knowing, solar flare strikes on September 22nd and lasts until the 23rd. In The Little Shop of Horrors, humans are threatened by an event on September 23rd. Once again, Tomorrowland, some sort of disaster strikes on September 23rd. Number 23, they say hell will arrive on September 23rd. In the movie Sleepy Hollow, a dimension opens up on September 23rd, guys. Ghostbusters, Evil is released on September 23rd. And this is the end. September 23rd is the date that the rapture happens. We know how the elites like to tell you something ahead of time before it happens, predictive programming. Well, there just so happens to be some sort of event, or maybe this hologram, Project Bluebeam, maybe don't buy what they're trying to sell because they're telling you ahead of time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Peace and love.
Just a quick reminder, this is a fair use video. So there you have it. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakah, Quadash. And I want to give double honor to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers that have been bringing out this 100% truth, and to the elders at GMS for bringing out this 100% truth for the last 30 plus years, okay? So let's just get right into it. I want to show you guys something, because this whole 23 thing goes into all these people thinking that they're going to be raptured. They were falling for predictive programming. Clearly, you can see that they're worshiping Satan and they don't know it. And I keep trying to tell, we try to tell you guys in Christianity, look, man, this is wrong. And not all Christians are stupid enough to think that a couple of days ago was supposed to be the rapture. But there is a lot of you out there, and man, you guys are making videos and everything. Interesting, very entertaining, honestly, because and I feel like almost it's like trying to make fun of a retarded person, not for the lack of better words. It's like it's not really fun anymore to put you guys down. It's just it's actually kind of sad to see that you truly believe these lies. But what you didn't understand was it was predictive programming. And for all we know, over at CERN, they are probably trying to open a portal and have something happen big. But from what I can see, we have blue skies and perfect clouds all day on the 23rd and the 24th. So let's go into Matthew, back to Matthew chapter 24. Let's go to the King James Version, 24 and 24. For there shall rise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. You literally just nailed yourself red-handed. You got caught red-handed. We know that you are not part of the elect. You fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I want to read this to you too. This is 2 Thessalonians. This is chapter 2, starting at verse 9. I'm actually going to read it in the Berean Standard Bible, okay? The coming of the lawless one will be accompanied by the working of Satan with all kind of power, sign, and false wonder, and with every wicked deception. That's your rapture right there. With every wicked deception against those who are perishing, because they refuse the love of the truth that would have saved them. For this reason, Yahweh will send them a powerful delusion that they believe the lie. You guys believe a lie because you don't want to follow instructions. The laws are done away with. We could celebrate Christmas. We could celebrate Halloween and Thanksgiving and Easter and New Year's. No, you can't. Not according to the Bible. It's saying that makes you an antichrist against Christ's teachings. I want you guys to remember, because, see, this was a test for you. So what comes next? What comes next? If you believe this bullshit because somebody told you it was on this date, let me show you what's next. Because you guys are so gullible. So gullible. You're willing to believe anything that anybody tells you without paying, like without researching it for yourself. This is let's go 1 John 4:1. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from Yahweh, for many false prophets have gone out in the world. Like I just said, you guys would just do anything without researching. One more. Why not? Let's just make it redundant. Why not? 2 Peter 2:1. Now there were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even deny the master who brought them, bringing swift destruction to themselves. And this is, like I said, this was a test. This predictive programming is to kind of to herd the sheeple into a certain direction. Because the next time, it ain't just going to be some stupid little thing that we get to laugh at. It's actually going to be that MOTB. And they're going to have you guys so freaked out and scared. And then they're just going to make it mandatory. So Revelation 13. And starting at verse 13. And the second beast performed great signs, even causing fire from heaven to come down to earth in the presence of the people. Because of the signs it was given to perform on behalf of the first beast, it deceived those who dwell in the earth, telling them to make an image to the beast that had been wounded by the sword and yet had lived. Let's go to that chapter. Let's go to the chapter. Because I need to keep reading on that, because it's getting you prepared with the great signs and wonders for something big. So let's see what it is. Let's see what we're getting prepared for. Salakia. I have to get back to the proper book. Okay, so let's go back to it. Like I said, we're going to go back to the King James Version too. So Revelation chapter 13. Now, I just read all the way up through 14. And going into the beast that was wounded by the sword and did live, that really just goes into the Roman Empire. And if you look it up, it's a whole nother story. So we're not going to really get into that, but that's what that actually goes into. And so right now, though, they're performing great signs and wonders to lure you in. And that is what we're going to focus on. So let's go ahead and read verse 15 and 16. Okay, it says, and he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So they're getting you prepared for this stuff. And what's that image? He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads. So you guys are thinking rapture. They're actually preparing you for the MOTB. They're just trying to see how gullible you are before they actually put it on you. So you literally don't read the Bible, so they're pretty sure that they can get away with it now. So the next move, they're going to start pushing this MOTB even harder. What's going to really happen is it's going to be the cool new thing. They're going to have all these scientific breakthroughs, and it's just going to be something that everybody should have. And then at a certain point, they're going to say to be subscribed to this new society, it has to be digital. So your subscription to this new society is going to have to be digital. And since you guys are so gullible to believe anything they tell you, you're going to fall for it. So let's read it again. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That word in the Greek, Latin, it would be charagma, which means, when you go into the etymology, etymology meaning, it means a foreign object placed beneath the skin. Okay? You can look it up for yourself. Honestly, we need some old books, because I noticed that I used to be able to look that definition up no problem. I should have screenshotted it, because now it doesn't show up anymore. But that's what it actually means. Charagma means a foreign object placed beneath the skin. So he said that everybody would have to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads. Verse number 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. So what this is really going into, it's getting you guys prepared for something you're not ready for. They're testing you. And I'll tell you right now, you Christians are not passing the test. Some of you Christians, you know better. I mean, you've actually read parts of the Bible. But all you Christians are doomed, especially if you're following the Christian doctrine. If you're following Christian doctrine, you're doomed. And that's all there is to it. Because he's telling you that you're going to have to receive the MOTB. And you're going to believe that it's for your better health and safety. You're going to believe that it was provided for you for the best reasons possible, that it couldn't possibly be evil. So I'm going to remind you, because it is evil, but I'm going to remind you right now what the consequences are when you take this charagma. Because that's what they're preparing you for. They want to see how gullible you are. And you guys there's a lot of you guys out there right now that would have got the MOTB if it was available. That's what this is about. They're getting you prepared for it. So let's go ahead and read the consequences of not following what the scriptures say, but taking matters into your own hands. So let's go to Revelation chapter 14, and we're going to start at verse 9. You know what? Let's start at verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Secret Babylon has got all the other countries to try to mimic her, to mock her, to try to be just like her. Let's keep reading. And the third angel followed them, saying, and with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his charagma, that foreign object that is placed beneath the skin, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. They're getting you prepared, and they're trying to take you out. And all of you people that thought that the rapture was real, you need to open up your Bible, because there's no rapture in the Bible. There's no rapture in the Bible. It's and the only people that are going to be taken up, it tells you very clearly the only people that are going to be taken up. And that's the Israelites. That's it. Nobody else. And then of the Israelites, only 1/3 of the Israelites. 1/3. Within that 1/3, there will be 144,000 teachers waking up those children. But you guys are doomed, because they're preparing you for the MOTB, and because you are not wise and you were able to be persuaded so easily just with a little predictive programming, they're going to come and get you soon. And there's nothing you can do about it, because the only thing you're going to believe is that it's for your better good and for your safety. And with that being said, if you got eyes to see and you got ears to hear, I hope you got something out of this small message. Shalom.